Hey! Hey, how are you? Of course I'm in a good mood, we won. And I had a pretty good game. And there were scouts there. So, you know. Yeah, I'm quietly happy with myself, I say loudly. Did you watch the game? Were you interested at all? You thought I could have played better? Ouch. Thanks, I guess. It's a compliment? Is it? If I get better and better, I mean, sure, fine, yeah, I wasn't perfect. Okay. Thank you, Lord of Technicalities. I get it. Sure, I should be looking to improve after every game and what I could have done better, that's fine. But can I just have one game? I'm usually like that, and I was pretty happy with how that went. I mean, that was a tough team we were playing, and we kind of kicked them right back to where they came from, you know? So, I'm pretty chuffed with, actually with all of us, to be honest. It was a good team performance. But I think there were a couple of standouts, and I do hate to be so bold, but I kind of think I was one of them. Especially since the scout came up to me and basically said he thought he had it. He thought I had a really good game. So, yeah, fingers crossed for big things in the future. Anyway, yeah, well, that's enough about me being brilliant. Do you want to go for food somewhere? I mean, there's a cafe just down the road we could go to. Alright, cool. We can walk along now, if you would follow me this way. Well, it's the kind of thing I could, you know, if the sports stuff goes really badly and I don't do anything academically, being a tour guide or something like that could end up being a future job, you know. When I say don't do something academically, as in like, oh, I'm not some super genius. Because as far as, you know, boring jobs go, tour guide wouldn't be too bad, I feel like. As in, it wouldn't be that boring. And at least you would get to, you know, meet new people, talk to them, and get a few interesting stories. Sounds a lot better than sitting behind a desk to me. I've got a little bit of a phobia about sitting behind a desk. But, you know, if that scout has anything to say about it, I shouldn't have to worry too much. I know the chances of making it in sport are pretty slim, but I think I should at least try my best, give myself the chance. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, you know, but I think it's definitely worth trying, because why not? I mean, getting to do my dream job would obviously be awesome. And what's the point in just saying, no, that's probably not going to happen, therefore shouldn't try? And on that basis, there's a lot of things you wouldn't do, including talk to romantic partners or a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, it's low odds, is it? That's great. But, you know, when you're saying low odds, you see some of the time it works. And if you never try, it definitely won't work, you know? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, the old saying. True, though. It's very true. Anyway, here we are. Just... Okay. It's nice in here. I don't know why I say that like I haven't been before, but, you know. Alright. Go sit there and I'll order a couple of my usuals. I promise they're good. Okay, so... this is what I've brought you. And what I can only define as the incredibly annoying twist of fate. I can't have one. I forgot. The coach just texted saying, remembers the game in 2 days, strict diets, da 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 da. So instead of having my celebratory lunch that I was hoping to have, I get to have a protein energy shake and an apple. So yeah, you are definitely getting the better end of the taste spectrum, but it's fine. Yeah, well, 'tis the life of, you know, trying to make it as an athlete, I guess. With that win, we qualify into a kind of tournament or mini tournament at the end of the season. And if we win the mini tournament, it's like obviously a great look for everybody. Everybody gets scouted. The coach himself obviously, you know, doesn't want to coach at this level forever. He'd like to progress. So everyone, you know, has reason to take it pretty seriously. Meaning, no tasty lunches. Anyway, I'll just make it taste nicer the next time I get to be in here, I guess. Well, off-season's not too far away, so... yeah. Once season's done, you get a few months to yourself, basically. And absolutely everybody just gets, like, a little fat. Just eat all your favorite stuff that you can't normally eat. And then pre-season, you come back in and you basically die for like 2 weeks. Because pre-season, all you do is just run, throw up, run, throw up again, run. Like it's, you damn near kill yourself for 2 weeks because you need to get back in shape again, you know? Like, and you need to get in top shape because it's the most time you have to get in shape. So you have to be like hyper fit so that then like 9 months later at the end of the season, 9 months if you're having a good year. But yeah, like months later at the end of the season, you then are still like fit and firing now. So I put all that work in months and months ago, and now I'm a bit fitter than the guys we were playing against, you know? And that makes a lot of difference, so. Anyway. I mean, now proceed on my apple. I had this weird thing with apples where, like, see what I'm doing with my thumb? Like, I use the nail of my thumb to kind of score a line into the apple, or like, cut the apple. And I do it, like, so I do from the top here, I score down a straight line to the bottom, and then keep going around, you know, after the bottom of it, and keep scoring back up to the top again. So it's like if you're going to cut it in half with a knife, but you're just going to, like, trace it out. And the reason I do that is because when I had braces, like... Huh? You didn't know I had braces? I had them during COVID. So, you know. You didn't see me with them on, but I promise I had them. And they were big kind of horrible blocky bits. Because they were trying to, like, move my underbite forward. So, kind of when you had your teeth together, kind of... There were like these blocks on the top, at the back. And then at the front, the blocks are kind of towards the front, so it like forces your jaw to like make them match, right? Kind of like Legos, I guess, or I don't know, whatever analogy you want. But the point is, those things made it really hard to eat apples. And I like apples. So I figured out this method, because I couldn't bite into them fully, so what I would do is I'd score them like this, and then this way, there was already like a place for my teeth to start biting in. And the reason I do it half and half of the apples, because I have this OCD where I have to eat half of the meal on the left side of my mouth and half the meal on the right side of my mouth. Not precisely, but like roughly, right? So, you're just getting to know about all my weird little quirks, I guess. My writing, my weird eating. There's not much more to go, actually, as far as weird quirks go. Also, I feel like I'm just talking at you, I'm sorry. Did you read anything cool recently? My scripts. Oh, ha 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 ha. What a witty comeback. Did you read anything actually good recently? My scripts again. I mean, that's sweet, but... I don't know. I think my scripts are fine. I try and make them feel like real life situations, you know, which is it's one of the reasons why I try not to overscript them too much, because I think if you make things too unlikely or too impersonal, I guess, then it doesn't feel like a real life conversation you could actually be having, right? I mean, let's say I was going to do a script about our meeting here today. You know, if I have these super like, oh my god, ooh, I love the colour of your eyes, like, it would just suck, right? You want to have actual people conversations. But one of the problems is you only have one side actually being read out. So you have to basically infer the other half of the conversation, which in and of itself is difficult because you have to leave blanks for the person to quote-unquote talk. Then you have to have what they said be in evidence in your response. I mean, it's cool as far as writing goes as like a challenge, but it's something to note, right? Although again, I take it as like a way to keep the conversation grounded, because you have to have the other person actually say something back and it has to make sense. So, well, it doesn't have to make sense, I suppose, but it should make sense. It's one of these things when I look back on, I don't want to say this meanly, but like, some of the audios I listened to when I first started listening to stuff, because again, it was COVID and I was cripplingly lonely. Yeah, I was lonely. Wasn't everyone lonely in COVID? Even if it wasn't COVID, isn't everyone lonely sometimes? I mean, we talked about, or mentioned the stigma in detention, but like, the stigma around loneliness is also weird to me, because it's like, that one's pretty much guaranteed to happen to you at some point. And especially now that we all had, you know, quarantine and social isolation happening. That's not even mentioning things like touch deprivation and all that kind of stuff, you know? Like, why is it weird to be lonely or something to be ashamed of? It's something that's going to happen to pretty much everyone. It's a very normal, understandable human emotional reaction to your situation. Anyway. So yeah, like, weirdly enough, you know, no sport, no going outside for large parts of it, no this, no that, the other. Yeah, I got lonely. I was used to being quite social, you know? And one of the things I found one day is one of these role plays. And it's funny because, like, looking back, like, and again, like, it's not, the point of these is not to be, at least in most people's cases, probably high art, right? So it's not like, oh, you win an Oscar, you wrote the best screenplay, but like, there's elements to it where it's like, okay, that's a bit corny, come on, you know? Like, and I think if I went back and listened to some of the ones I listened to at first, I'd be a little bit like, And again, like, if people enjoy it, that's the main thing. I'm not, like, sitting here, like, super criticizing people for, again, like I said, in detention, it's wish fulfillment. So, if people enjoy a corny script, they enjoy a corny script. I try not to make my scripts too corny. Maybe I fail, who knows? I mean, you can tell me you seem to have read one. You followed my channel. Did you like and subscribe? Well, I mean, follow doesn't necessarily mean subscribe, right? It could mean you just watched a few videos. So, what do you think? Not as good as Ramble King. Is this guy just some sort of savant? I mean, what's going on? I should reference his work. Oh, God, right, okay. I didn't realize I was going to have idols in this business. Well, anyway. Well, at least you didn't say it was complete crap. You said not as good as. And I'm going to choose to take that as meaning it was good. So, you know, apple. How's the food anyway? Not as good as the company. Well, that I'll give you as a good line. I should use that. Maybe I'll use that in a roleplay soon. And then you can know it was inspired by you. Or maybe I wasn't that good. Well, I'm just saying. If I had written it, would you be going, oh, that's a brilliant line. Oh, there's your Oscar, sir. No. Yeah, well. Isn't the Oscar what we all dream of deep down inside? Yeah, I don't think so either. Or maybe I do. Who knows? Who cares? It's all an illusion. Give me money. Anyway. You have to go. Really? Oh. Well, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. I don't know. It's really nice to be able to talk to somebody just openly about the script stuff and the videos and... Okay, well, do you enjoy the food at least? Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, look. Do you want to give me your phone number or something? Or... Well, I'd like to, hang out more. As in a date? Yeah. Hey, screw it. I practice asking people out all the time on my channel, so why don't I just do it? Like, yeah, I want to go out with you. And I want to see if we do have that spark, because at the very least we, understand the same sorts of feelings, I feel like. So, yeah, why not? Okay, cool. Writing down your number. How old-fashioned and quaint. I guess you do have a pen with you. Enjoy my apple. Why, thank you, I will, actually. Alright, I'll text you today, I guess. Later on, post-apple. We can figure out where and when to go on our date. Alright, cool. I'll see you then.